Howdy partners, it's your buddy John here, and welcome back to In the Kitchen. Summertime is coming to its end, so there's at least time for one more cookout, probably. Today, I'm showing you guys a pretty quick and easy burger recipe. It's going to be made with Romesco. Romesco is a Spanish, I don't know if I would call it a salsa. I think it's more like a pesto than a salsa. Anyway, this is going to be really quick, real simple. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So here's what you're going to need for the Romesco. You're going to need one large garlic clove, about a half a cup of sliced almonds, 2 green bell peppers, about 2 teaspoons of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon of paprika, about a quarter teaspoon of oregano, 3 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, and some salt and pepper. The burger is going to be pretty simple. It's the Romesco itself that's going to be a little more difficult to make. Alright, let's get started with the bell peppers here. What you're going to want to do is try to cut open and remove the seeds and the ribs inside. It might be a good idea to actually roast them over a fire. The reason I'm cooking inside, I know what you're saying, John, it's summer, you're supposed to be outside cooking. We had some rain going on this day, so I was doing this inside. Anyway, it's probably going to be a good idea to try to cook or roast the peppers over a fire. Get rid of the skin on the outside, let it blacken, and you can just easily peel it off from there. But I'm just going to go ahead, I think, this time and just do it as is. I might cook it a little bit over the stove, but let's go ahead and first clean out the seeds and the ribs in here. Don't want those getting in the way. Now, it's definitely easier if you're going to be roasting the peppers to do them whole, not little pieces like I'm doing here. I've noticed a trend in this series. Every episode I mess something up, mostly because I'm an idiot. After the skin starts to blacken, that's when you're going to want to scrape off the skin there. Let me see, I think I got a good shot of it. Not really, this camera work is terrible, John. You know, aside from making it easier to remove the skin, I think roasting it also kind of helps to add a little bit more of an interesting flavor to it, so that's also a bonus. Alright, let's just go ahead and start adding these into the blender. I'm going to go ahead and kind of chop them down so it'll be easier to fit all the other ingredients in when it's time. Alright, I went ahead and just chopped down the green bell peppers a little bit in the blender, so let's go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. Go ahead and start here with the almonds. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the garlic a little bit, just so we have a little bit more, more to it, I guess? Instead of having just one big clump in there chopped up. Alright, let's go ahead and throw the... This camera work is worse than usual. You're getting sloppy, John. Alright, let's just go ahead and add in the red wine vinegar. Now it's about time to start adding in the seasoning here. Let's go ahead and start with the paprika. Something interesting about the paprika you might want to note, though, is depending on the kind of paprika you get, it'll have a different flavor. I think this one I'm using is a smoked paprika, I think. I've already forgotten. I guess there's not as much of a difference with the oregano, but go ahead and throw these in there. And now for my favorite part. Start your engines. Burp, 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 burp. The camera works not top quality this episode, but I'd like to think the sound effects are. Believe it or not, I didn't forget the virgin olive oil here. Let's just go ahead and throw this in here. You want to add it in a little bit after you've started blending it down. It kind of helps with the consistency, keeps it from sticking together too much. Alright, let's blend it a little bit longer. Hopefully that will chop up some of those almonds I see in there. After you're done blending, it should kind of have the appearance of guacamole. That's when you know you did it right. Now on to the part everybody's been waiting for, the actual burgers. You can pretty much do whatever you want here, depending on what your taste is. I used I think these were 80% lean hamburger patties. I've already forgotten, it's 80 or 75. You can do whatever kind of cheese you want. I used Monterey, and as far as the bread goes, I think I used onion rolls. They're kind of like homemade rolls baked in with onions baked into them. So that's going to be a little different. Interesting fact, my very first job was actually a fry cook. Yeah, not proud to admit it. Wouldn't recommend it. So, Burgers aren't exactly my favorite thing to prepare, but I have experience with them. Let's just go ahead and season these patties while waiting. I just use salt and pepper here, nothing real too fancy. Just pretty basic. Now when cooking burgers, you don't want to just continuously flip them. That will result in them being overcooked one side, undercooked on the other. So just let them go, let them do what they do. As tempting as it is, don't press down on the patties. That'll just squeeze out all the juice. You don't want that. You'll end up with dry patties. Nobody likes dry patties, especially between dry buns. Why am I thinking of something different? Now it's time for the best part, the cheese. Nom nom nom. I went ahead and went with the Monterey cheese on this one. You can go with whatever kind of cheese you want. You know, just basically personal preference and taste. Go ahead and let these melt down on top of the patty. Now that the patties are almost done, we can go ahead and start prepping the buns here. Let's go ahead and put some Romesco on the top bun we're going to be putting on the burger. Alright, went ahead and spread the Romesco over the bun, so let's just go ahead and put that on there. Something else interesting about the Romesco is it also makes a pretty decent salsa. So you have some chips you want to serve with this, you can want to put them on the side and put a little bit of it over it. It actually tastes pretty good. And there we go. Pretty quick, pretty simple as far as other recipes I've done here on the channel. Went pretty good actually with the salsa there on the chips, or the Romesco. Maybe try to edit messing around with it a little more, see if I can find other combinations as far as the bun and cheese go that'll make it even better. But I really enjoyed it. That's probably going to wrap up the summertime recipes for this year. I had a lot of fun doing them, but I think it's time I move on to the fall type recipes. Fall's definitely my favorite season as far as like recipes goes. I've got a lot of favorite ingredients to use during that time of year. A lot of the stuff isn't going to be too healthy, just letting you know. Prepare for butter. Right. Definitely looking forward to some chili. Chili might be an interesting thing to do here on the channel. I actually had a request for it, so I think I'm going to do that after the first cold fronts start coming in. Great time to eat that. Great wintertime, wintry, cold weather recipe. Anyway, partners, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to click like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. It really helps me out. I will see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.